Well, 'tis the season to spread holiday cheer.
That's right, and one person really let it glow this week. Mike Davis is in Lewis Center, where you can feel the spirit out there. Hey, Mike.
This is absolutely amazing. This is our first house in the Let It Glow competition that's going on. And I tell you what, just with the first glance, going to be tough to beat. Josh Stanfield's house, the Stanfield family here, and you won't get quite the sense of it until it gets a little bit darker. But this stuff is programmed. It is wired. There are lights all the way up the trees, all the way around the second floor of the house. He personally got up there and put them on the house, and everything is programmed. It's even synced to music. If you drive by the house, they actually have set-aside show times on a sign that kind of runs right there, and they've got their own FM station so they can broadcast music, sync the whole thing up. It is very, very impressive, and you're going to meet this young man here in just a minute. But first, let's take a look at the weather outside tonight. You know what? It's not horrible, and it is going to warm up this weekend. Temperatures on the cool side, but we did make progress. It's 43, a little bit of a wind chill, about 39. Temperatures around central Ohio, well, they're better than they've been, but it has been a rather slow process. Temperatures are generally in the 40s out there this afternoon and evening, so things are improving somewhat, and the wind chills are a little bit better. But how about New Lexington, 51? Gotta like that. 46 down at Jackson, 43 over at Piketon. More importantly, at least for tonight, live Doppler 10 radar is nice and quiet, and over the last few hours, there's nothing sneaking up on us either. So pretty good shape out here tonight. I'm going to take you through this. It's only going to get better, and it actually goes up the driveway and around the house, guys. You're going to love it. I'll show you more coming up.
That is beautiful. Thanks
Really,
a lot.
is that Snoopy? It is. That's Snoopy. That's cute.
Okay. You may have noticed an extra glow around the neighborhood lately.
Yeah, and that's because with Thanksgiving behind us, people are now getting all decked out for the holidays. Mike Davis is in Lewis Center tonight, where someone really just went all out and let it glow. Mike?
You know, we are decked out tonight. This is the Stanfield home, Josh Stanfield, the brains behind this decorating. It is an amazing thing. And I said, when do you start? I mean, just get a little sense behind me. I didn't show you up the driveway before. We've got Santa and his reindeer. You got Brutus Buckeye back there and trees galore. Even decorated the basketball hoop. The basket has gold hanging in it, snowflakes on the back of it. And there are lights here that are programmed. They're on pattern. There's colors. There's whites. They cycle. I mean, it's amazing. It really is something impressive. So I said, when do you start all this? Day after Halloween. So they've been at it for a while out here. You think retail's early? Well, decorating's early if you're going to go to this kind of level. Hey, I'm even decorated now, so I thought I'd get in the spirit, because you can't be out here and then just kind of get lost in the glow. So let's get rid of the weather, and I'll tell you about him in just a minute. We'll introduce you to the energy behind all this. It's pretty amazing. 43 degrees, northeast winds at 7. Little tiny bit of a wind chill. It feels like 39 outside tonight. Temperatures around Ohio. You saw that New Lexington one at 51 degrees. Well, this is the state map. It's all 30s north, 40s in central Ohio, and 51 down at Portsmouth. So at least we're making a little bit of progress in that area. So, rain returns by morning. Most of tonight should be good. Soggy Saturday coming up, much milder. We'll be back in the 50s. And by Sunday, downright warm, I'm going to say, with a high temperature pretty close to 60 degrees. Good news tonight, no rain out there on live Doppler 10 radar. And over the last few hours, there's nothing sneaking up on us either. So we're actually in pretty good shape as we look ahead at the evening. So tonight, it is not going to be as cold. We're looking for a low of about 37. Might get a little patchy fog in the morning, but there's no rush hour. And the showers come in late tonight, mainly tomorrow morning. Here's the national picture. Rain and some storms down in the south. In fact, believe it or not, there's an enhanced risk for severe storms down over what weather people like to call the Arklatex, which is Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, and Oklahoma. So they just kind of roll all that together into the Arklatex. But they could actually have a couple of tornadoes down there tonight. So not a particularly good region of the country. It comes a little closer to our way tomorrow, but doesn't get here over the weekend at all. Here's the model over the next few hours. Rain coming in the morning, heavy at times, anywhere from a ½ inch to almost an inch of rain by the time we edge through the day tomorrow. Buckeyes are on the road. You know it'll be beautiful inside the dome. Temperatures picture perfect. Rain likely. It looks like it'll go much of the day there in Indy, about 57 degrees outside, 68 or so inside, and then they'll pack it full of people. And then as we look ahead, temperatures climb over the weekend. They plummet the early part of next week. Monday, it's 40s. Tuesday, we're back in the 30s. By Wednesday, we're almost freezing again. And the Doppler 10-day outlook, a mix of 20s and 30s the end of next week, and some of that white stuff gradually moving in as well. So I am here with the man behind all this, Josh Stanfield. And I tell you what, I guess you picked up the mantle from your father a number of years ago. I mean, this is just, I don't know if it's one-upsmanship or whatever, but this is amazing. Do you think this out in your head before you come and do, is there a big diagram or plan?
We actually use a visualizer that will show us basically where everything goes all across the house. So I can basically see, where, trees, everything is put in there, so I can see what to do during the show as well, because it's not just the decorating factor, it's also the programming factor, and that starts in the summer. So
it makes my head hurt just to think about it. That's a visualizer. I don't even have that kind of equipment. So you can do shows. Tell me, what's a show here? Now you've got some inflatables, and I understand they go away when the show starts.
When the show starts, it goes completely dark at first, and the inflatables all deflate, and then the show starts going, and you can turn it on to your FM radio station in your car, and there are signs telling you what station to turn that on to, of course. And so the show will run by itself, and it'll just go through all the songs that I have set, and then after it's done, the inflatables come back up and it goes back into standby until the next show.
All right, well, I'm going to ask you a couple more questions a bit later on, but I'm looking at, you got a 2-story house here. You actually physically go up on the roof and do that?
Yes, I do, every year.
And the neighbors who are gathered back here behind us, I said they worry about you when you're up there. Safety first, though, right?
Right, of course, yeah. Roof safety is a big deal, yeah.
Okay, well, they'll put out the big nets and catch it if anything goes wrong. So we'll ask him more about the master plan. The lights actually go all around the house. It is absolutely spectacular. Setting the bar very high. Week 1 of Let It Glow, guys.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to beat that one,
I
buddy.
know.
That's a good one.
Going up from there is going to take some doing.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
Clearing
100 individual bulbs per strand for a grand total of 25,000 imported Italian twinkle lights.
Oh, a holiday classic. But as you probably know, those lights didn't twinkle. The Ohio display trying to keep up with the Griswolds.
just a little while longer to get those twinkly lights up. But tonight we are showing you one of the shiniest of all. Mike Davis is in Lewis Center with our Let It Glow winner.
That is so impressive. He's also going to let us know if this weekend is good for decorating. Mike?
Oh, yeah, Sunday will be good. Tomorrow, not good. Tomorrow will be warm enough, but you're going to get soaked all day. I actually take my lights, which are meager compared to this, and I put the little plastic around the junctions so they don't short out, because I've had that happen in the on the rainy days, which tomorrow is going to be. But this is the Stanfield home. Tim and Barb and their son Josh took this over a couple of years ago, and look at what he's turned it into. I'm going to have the camera look up for a little bit. All the way up to the second story, it's shades of Clark W. Griswold, but better. This is programmable. There are lights that change color. There are icicles. They're way up in the trees. And you know what? He's got a great system for putting the lights in the tree, even though the trees are very, very high. I said, hey, do you have to have a cherry picker come out here and do that? No, he's developed his own thing, like a big rod that extends. You can go put it on there, working safely from the ground. So it is pretty impressive, but the neighbors do get nervous when he gets up on the roof. But the results obviously speak for themselves. Let's take a look at the weather tonight. You know what? It is not bad at all. You stand out here for a period of time, it feels cool, but we're in the 40s, and we had one day where we didn't even make it to 30 degrees. So it has been pretty chilly. A little bit of a wind chill, not too bad. Northeast winds at 7. Temperatures around the area have been kind of up and down. We hit the 40s in many more places today, and earlier we hit the 50s at New Lexington, but now we're down to 49. We'd have taken that earlier this week. 30s to the northwest, 40s to the south, and way down south you're in the 50s. We will all be there come tomorrow, and maybe the 60s by the time we hit Sunday. Live Doppler 10 radar, love to see that. No rain, no snow out there tonight. Over the last few hours, there's nothing approaching us either, so we're in pretty good shape. So the story tonight is clouds rolling in again. By tomorrow morning, we're going to have some rain. A soggy Saturday coming up. Some areas could see an inch of rain. And Sunday, I'm actually going to break out a word we haven't been using much lately, warm. So Sunday, still looking like a very good day to get out and do whatever you want to do. Tomorrow, kind of soggy. I'll take a look at the forecast for the Buckeyes on the road, which, of course, is in a dome, but also the weekend and beyond. Winter makes a comeback, even though it's not official yet. All coming up.
All right, Mike. Thank you. Well, we're getting into the spirit tonight, lighting up for the holidays.
We are. Mike Davis is in Lewis Center with this hour with our Let It Glow winner. Mike.
It is unbelievable out here, guys. We've set the bar very high on week 1. And every once in a while, I'm a little disconcerted because the lights will come and go because there's all these rotating patterns. So you've got everything. And this actually is kind of funny because this actually doubles almost as a protective fence, this lights that can be programmed here. And there's all these figures in between. There are blow-up figures. There are signs announcing the times of the display. And these are kind of cute. And I have a similar thing at my house. These are actually like tomato stands upside down that you turn over and kind of join them together and then wrap lights around. So all of this is programmed. All of this is, you know, digital and wonderful. And I said, how about your electric bill? And they said, well, you know what? Most of these things are LEDs, so they're pretty efficient. So really, it is absolutely spectacular. And they say as the month of December goes by, more and more people, the traffic gets a little bit heavier here, but so far have not annoyed the neighbors just yet. So we're doing all right. Let's take a look at the weather outside tonight. And you know what? It is not bad. For once, it's not windy. It's not rainy. It's not snowing. It's not bad. 43 degrees, a little bit of a wind chill. Around the state, temperatures are in the 30s to the north. Way south, Portsmouth, you got 51, and you got 40s in between. So along I-70 there going east to west, you can go from 42 to 43 to 44. If you keep driving, maybe it'll get even warmer, but stick around. We're going to have a half-decent weekend at least. Sunday looks pretty good. Saturday's going to be very rainy. The rain is back in the morning. It stays soggy during the day, but milder. And Sunday, I'm just going to call just plain warm. Southern Ohio might get into the low 60s. We're going to take a run at it ourselves as well. So, importantly, no rain out tonight. There's nothing sneaking up on us either. So Live Doppler 10 is quiet. The last few hours, there's nothing coming our way either. So really, weather shaping up pretty nicely as we look ahead to the rest of the evening. So anything you want to do tonight, you are good to go, and it's not even bitter cold or slippery or anything else out here. Tonight, we only dropped to about 37. Might see a little patchy fog. Not quite the dense fog advisory stuff we saw this morning. Some showers coming in late. That is mainly in the morning. Around the country, showers and some storms. But notice the changeover. Like 2 days ago, it was mostly snow in the eastern U.S. Now it's mostly rain. And down south, as you go down to Oklahoma and Arkansas and Texas and Louisiana, you've actually got a bullseye for severe weather tonight. And that is a shame to see this time of year. Typically, we don't. So a very active storm system in that part of the country. Here, we don't have to deal with anything like that. We might get a rumble of thunder tomorrow, but look at the model. It's early morning when the rain comes in. It gets a little heavier, even off to the north, maybe a little bit heavier than that. Toward evening, it starts to break up, but by 9 o'clock, it's still not gone yet. So tomorrow's going to be a soggy day overall. It tapers off early for Sunday morning. Doppler 10 7-day outlook. Oh, first of all, the game. They're on the road. It's great in the Dome. It'll be great, but it looks like it's going to be an entirely rainy day there if you're doing the traveling with that late kickoff, 8 o'clock. So temperatures, they're rising as we go into the weekend. This sounds familiar. Like last weekend, 30s and 40s in the morning, 50s in the afternoon. Monday, 43. Tuesday, back to 37. Wednesday, all the way down pretty much to freezing again. And then we stay there, rather chilly through the end of next week, and a couple of chances maybe for rain-snow mixes toward the weekend as well. So it's up and down, but right now, we're on our way up.
All right, Mike, we have a question for you.
Oh, yeah?
He's the Columbus meteorologist appearing on Jeopardy tonight.
Is he really good looking?
Well, of course.
Is he maybe vertically challenged a little at times?
You know,
is he is he very excited about it? Yes.
You know what? I'm just going to answer.
I get to ask a question on Jeopardy tonight. I'm very enthused about it. I got to do that a little bit last year, but the cool part of it is you get to show off Columbus in the process. So at 7 o'clock tonight, it's called Cities Across America on Jeopardy. Boom, boom, boom. And the first time I was on, I was the question before Final Jeopardy. I don't know where it's going to be tonight, and I don't know which question it is, but it is going to be a blast. Tune in after the news and after the evening news tonight to watch Jeopardy at 7 o'clock here on 10 TV.
It's going to be fun. You don't get lifelines. We would just like to say that. Is he good
No, you can't
looking?
phone a friend.
No.
Nope, none of that.
Wrong game. But it'll be fun to see you.
We're proud of you, Mike. We'll look for you
Thank you.
tonight.
Yolanda's here with what's new.
I like where she's coming from. All right, 'tis the season for holiday lights, and we are setting out to find the very best here in Central Ohio.
Doppler 10 meteorologist Mike Davis is in Lewis Center tonight with a pretty awesome show. Mike?
It is absolutely amazing, and we've taken it to the next level now, guys. They have added the music and are putting on a show out here. So the lights will do everything from Trans-Siberian Orchestra, ha-ha, which is, of course, part of what person wins at the end. But I was trying to take some pictures of this with my camera, and it's going so fast and so crazy. Wonderful music out here. In fact, Yolanda, the song you were singing last night, they were playing that out here, too. It made me think of you, too. Let's take a look at the weather. You know what? It is not bad. It's not that cold. It is not windy. It's not raining, and it's not snowing. So that's pretty decent. It's 42 degrees out, light east winds, a little bit of a wind chill, not bad, and the humidity is about 85%. Around the state, yes, we're beginning to fall a little bit, but keep in mind where we were earlier this week when temperatures were fairly low. We still have a lot of 40s out there. We had some 50s down in southeastern Ohio earlier, and I'm hoping that picture's going to move. It's just kind of stuck there, at least from where I'm standing out here. So we're mostly 40s around the state. We did have a couple of 50s, mainly down south and at New Lexington earlier. Live Doppler 10 radar. I don't know if you're going to see it or not, but it's all nice and quiet tonight. I can picture it in my mind. And then, oh, there we go. There's the temperatures. Hello. Thanks for getting up with me. Temperatures are in the 40s down to the south and east. A little bit warmer as you get down toward New Lex and down into Vinton County, Jackson County. Oh, now we're on to Jingle Bells. No snow, though, on Live Doppler 10 radar. Last couple of days, there was some snow on the bushes out here. Now it's moved off. Last couple hours, nothing coming our way either. So by morning, though, you are going to see some rain. And unfortunately, it is going to be a soggy Saturday coming up. As we look past that towards Sunday, you know what? By Sunday, downright warm. Will it last? I bet you know the answer to that question, but we'll take a look at it and meet the brains and the brawn behind all of this. It is really something. All coming up.
All right, Mike, that is really impressive. Well, Central Ohioans are showing off their Christmas spirit with some incredible light displays.
And we want to see what you've got. Mike Davis is in Lewis Center with one great spectacular light show out there. Hey, Mike.
It is really amazing, guys. I mean, we set the bar very high early on. This is the Stanfield home. This is Josh. This is his brainchild. He took it over a few years ago. And now we're listening to this programmed part. You also program you do the music, you make the music selections and all that?
Yeah, that's right. We chose the songs, and then you have to put them through the intense programming part. And then whenever that's done, they're ready to run, and then I can plug in the lights and get started.
But we were discussing, we're not hearing things like White Christmas because that's not fun to animate the lights to. This stuff is much better.
Yeah, this is like higher power, more dance music rather than like the normal Christmas stuff, because I don't think anyone wants to sit there and watch a slow house move very slowly to normal Christmas carols.
So aside from the neighbors who are scared when you get up on the second floor roof to do those lights, you get good feedback from everyone, what you've done with the neighborhood here?
Yeah, I have never once heard anyone say anything. I mean, everyone's just so positive, and it's just amazing to see the impact that it's had on this neighborhood and on our community, because so many little kids and young kids and, you know, adults even, you know, get to come out here and enjoy this, and so it just puts a smile on my face even to make one person smile, you know?
Well, I think you put a smile on all our faces, so well done, my friend. Absolutely beautiful. And it's only week one. We'll see where we go from here. Let's take a look at the weather, though. I was out here for a reason, too. I wanted to see this, and as I come out, and it absolutely blows me away how impressive this is out here tonight. And we're in Lewis Center, by the way, up on Polar, is it Drive Street? Polar Drive. So you got to come up and see this, because it's becoming kind of an attraction, because they do this each and every year. And you can even tune your FM station to it and listen to the music and watch the lights. So 42 degrees out, no wind chill at the moment, thankfully, because the winds have died down. Temperatures around the state, all 30s to the north, considerably cooler there. It's still 50 at Portsmouth, barely hanging on. But tomorrow it's 50s. I know this song. Because the winner of this contest, when we're all done, gets tickets to see the Trans-Siberian Orchestra and also gets a signed guitar. He gets to meet the group. So, we're pandering a little bit, but maybe it'll work. It's pretty impressive. Rain in the morning, soggy Saturday coming up. Sunday, warm. Looks like about 60 here and maybe low 60s in southern Ohio. Love this. Live Doppler 10 radar is quiet. Last few hours, nothing coming our way either, so we should have a nice, dry evening. However, as we look ahead, we are looking for some rain by morning. So tonight's forecast, not bitter cold by any means. Temperatures are going to stay in the mid-30s here. Some areas down south, maybe even a little bit warmer. We could have a little patchy fog in the morning. As we look other places around the country, we've got lots of rain, and believe it or not, some storms down south. Snow way out west in the Rockies, but look at this. There's a severe weather bullseye down in the south from Kansas all the way down into Louisiana and Texas. So I love this. This song is perfect for animating lights. But again, risk of severe weather across the southern part of the country tonight, so we'll keep a close eye on that. Meanwhile, for us, quiet, 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 and all of a sudden in the morning, the rain starts to roll through. It gets heavy at times. Most areas will probably see between a ½ inch and an inch of rain during the day tomorrow. Where will we not see any rain? Inside the Dome in Indianapolis for Lucas Oil Stadium, because the Big Ten Championship tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. So that is going to be great. It'll be perfect inside, but a rainy day outside. So isn't it nice that we have a dome? So it's going to be very, very pleasant. Temperature's not bad in Indianapolis either. So we're in the 50s over the weekend, a lot like last weekend. Sunday, another window of opportunity if you want to do this. Now, I will tell you, Josh started after Halloween to get this all put together. This doesn't just happen. It takes planning and forethought and computers and everything else. 40s for Monday, 30s really going into midweek, and we get a little unsettled toward the end of the week with a chance for rain or snow. Doppler 10-day outlook, again, has it staying fairly cold through the end of the week. Absolutely blows my mind this tonight. Very, very nice out here. The bar is set. We'll see what happens in week 2, guys. I don't know where we go from here. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's going to take something to beat that. That's a beautiful display.
Really is.
And Lewis Center tonight. Thanks, Mike.
Well, we started off with a bang, though. If you're going to start,
for sure.
you know, let it glow. Let's let it glow big.
That was pretty.
That was gorgeous.
Pretty, yeah. That's yeah. Oh, pretty. Anyways.
Oh, pretty. I like that.
Hey, the Big Ten Championship.